Greetings, one and all. Another Stargods vlog. Woohoo! This is part 2 of fighting Archons. Now, in the first episode, we saw, or the first part, we saw me being interrupted, which I was fully expecting that. Because when you get on the subject of Archons, funny things happen. That's what proves that's the evidence that they're there. Okay, so the phone rings. I don't have any friends, so I don't expect the phone to ring. So I thought, well, maybe it's important. Now, it turned out to be an ad, but the thing is, I haven't had an ad call in about 4 months. Well, to be on the safe side, 3 months, right? So I look at it and it's an ad, so I had to stop this on the video. I'm just about to really unravel the things and really hit the nail on the head, and all of a sudden the phone rings. I mean, like, you can know what it is by the timing. This phone, if it rang an hour earlier, no problem, or an hour later, no problem, but right in the middle of me talking at that precise, scientifically calculated, precise moment, that's when you know, yeah, it's probably Archon intervention. And so I answered the phone, and then I came back. The camera wasn't working. The computer camera was not working, and so it had a big symbol X on my, the big panel. I don't know what you call it, but you bring up the big panel on Windows. Yeah, it had an X on it. So I clicked it, and it said it's broken, blah, blah, blah. Go to what is it? The App Store, I think it's called. And go to the App Store, and so I went to the App Store, and I went to get it, to download it so I could reinstall it. They don't have a system like that. It's all weird. You have to log into your account, eh? You have to log into your account, and so I log into the account, and then it says this app is no longer available. Wow. Actually, I was expecting the door to ring, or somebody to pull in and come to the door. That's what I was fully expecting. That this was a new tactic. Excuse me, have the phone ring. So app not available. Discontinued. And I went, what the? And so what I did was, I got back on, tried about several times. I finally got through. Then it says it needs the Google account password. And then I kept putting the password in. Rejected. I spent, forever putting the password. Rejected. Wrong password. So I finally, and trying to change the password. Whoa, what a nightmare. So I finally got through, and it wouldn't. There's no way of reinstalling or anything. No, I didn't get through. No. I still rejected password. So I decided to do a clean install. So to just completely that would take care of it. So I did the file refresh file, and didn't help. So I had to wipe out my entire computer, everything I had, to reinstall, have a clean reinstall. And I did that, and then that brought back the camera. I didn't do anything. All I did was answer the phone. And to top all that, well, somebody left a comment and said, well, I don't know, but it looked like you had food in your face. It kind of looks like spaghetti. That's really funny, because I had spaghetti for lunch, or no, it was breakfast, and then I got some here. Oh my goodness! Anyways, I don't care. It's a big deal, but part of the pressure, right? They're trying to put pressure on me. And you know what they like to do is they like to shepherd your life, and they'll live as close to you as they can. They like to be near you so they can drain the energy. They need to be near you. And I'll get in that in a minute. I got a couple examples. There was this, I was at the fair, and oh my goodness, I could feel this. Oh, it's just no, this creepy feeling, anxiety, bit of anxiety or whatever, and I just felt. Like something, almost like it was burning. And I looked back, and there's this girl, and she's staring at me. Oh no, she just likes you. Staring. Oh, she's probably just gapping out because she was working hard. You know, people have this is what the Archons, the human Archons, the hybrids are all about. They can make a dozen billion stupid excuses. Oh no, you don't know what it's talking about. You know, you've seen it with Biden now. Oh no, I read it was Trump's latest conspiracy theory. Oh, that's it. I'm gonna vote Biden. You know, they're just stupid. They come out with stupid. You know, you go, oh, and they disagree all the time. They disagree. They're extremely passive aggressive. So what they'll do is you'll say, oh, it's a nice blue sky today. No, it's not. No, and they'll fight you. They'll make up things like, oh, I just read on Facebook that the sky is actually red, but because of the breaking down of the light waves through and they talk like you're a friggin' idiot, that you're some kind of mental case, that they have to, only they know, and it's a lie. What they're doing is lying and lying. And this is what they're doing with the Trump. Now it's a Russian conspiracy again. And everybody, that's right. Yeah, it's a Russian conspiracy. Where I gotta tighten my mask. I just like, I just, you know. So anyways, hopefully, I put the phone away and got rid of it because it shouldn't ring. I don't have friends. I don't have any friends. You know, I'm not one of those needy people. I'm not a needy person. So I operate at a different level. I can't, I can't communicate with these. Hear that? Did you hear that? I wonder if it's the beginning of another intervention. Or is that the proper word? I'm looking for a better word. Attack, maybe? Yeah, you hear the car? You know, somebody's trying to break into the car. So anyways, they got to be near you so they can draw energy from you. But they don't listen to them talk, and they have no empathy. You'll never hear them say, oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, or oh, I know what you mean. I've been through it. Oh, there's no empathy connection at all. Hail Caesar! Yeah, that's coming. And the second wave of Canada, it's frightening. It's a complete military shutdown, but that's a different subject altogether. I'll try and send Richie from Boston a link, and maybe he'll talk about it. It's so unbelievable, scary what they're going to do in Canada. And they say they're going to do it and nothing's going to stop them. This is Parliament talking. So they'll never relate to you on a personable level, on an empathetic level. You know, it's like, oh yeah, did you hear about Fred? His little kid and the dog were run over by a truck. You'll never get a, oh my God, no way. You'll get a, oh, that's terrible. Oh, that's terrible. Well, anyways, I got to get to the store before it closes. They just cut you off. Turns me into a raging Italian. They just cut you off. Just like, it's almost like they're scared because they don't know how to react. It's like scared. So anyways, talked about I was at the fair and I felt this burning. And it was just like, it's hard to describe. It's like a black cloud just came over you. And I look and there's this girl staring at me. And, she brought me lunch there. Oh, where's my mask? Oh, I'm so genius. Yeah, there's the Archon disconnect. Oh, no, don't talk about it. They just disconnect, eh? Oh, she was tired. Oh, I know that. I know. I get tired too sometimes. It's just like Meredith. Is it Meredith in the movie? Oh yeah, the Truman Show. She just disconnects immediately. You'll notice that you're dealing with an Archon bred human or hybrid. Anyways, so I go, oh, weird. She's like this. She's not like gaffing. Is that what you do on a bus? Because you must scare a lot of people on the subway or something if you're gapping out like this. Is that how you gap out? Because I know somebody in here is going to say that. When I'm tired, I gap out too. Yeah, put your mask out and really gap out, will you? And then just unsubscribe. Oh, I'll help you. I'll guide your finger to the buttons and you can unsubscribe. So I look back on it and it's just like, and you know where you find hybrids the most? You want to know what's really infested with reptilians? Churches, and especially Bible studies. I could go on. I got so much experience. Things happen to me. Oh my God, I got tales of woe, and I could put it in a book. I got so much material. So anyways, there she is. And I go, oh, gee, that's scary. So I turned away, and within seconds, I went to look back. Boom, she's right there, pulling energy out of me. Oh my goodness, I can't, like, woo. And then about a couple of days later, I went to the library, and guess who's volunteering in the library? There she is again in my life. She's been programmed into my life, and pulling energy, and I could feel the energy pull, So I know what the energy pull feels like. It's not, she was tired, yeah, go away, yeah, stand right there, stand there. So it really freaked me out, and then she's at the library, and then a couple days later, I thought, hey, I can go for lunch, and guess who the bartender is, and guess how I figured out she was in the restaurant, because I could feel that feeling again, and she's from the bar. If anybody else saw her, they would phone an ambulance, because there definitely didn't look right. Didn't look like you're gapping out, Yeah, they it gets me so mad. They can just cut you off, disconnect immediately. Oh no, she's a beautiful woman. You should go over there and talk to her. Oh yeah, sounds really good, And this is the thing about this when they're feeding energy. Anyways, they got to get close to you. And some of them are assigned to you from the day you were born. They're assigned to you. They can end up being your best friend, or they can end up living next door. And here's an example about living next door. There's a couple. They had it with the noise, and so they decide to move to a real quiet area of where they live. And it was wonderful, because all of a sudden, like you have old people, an old couple lived next door that were as quiet as a mouse, quiet as a church mouse. No, they're not quiet. Jesus, 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 and then the other guy on the other side never was seen. You know, the people that used to live there would say, you know, my other neighbor there, you never see him. So they move in, they buy the place, they move in, and all of a sudden, there's a guy in the big city who just goes, "Oh, I got to move up to that. I got to move up to that area up there. I got to move. It's like 100 miles away. I got to move there. I got to move there." And because they were told that by the guy, he when they were kind of friends at first, that it was a sudden thing. He just got to move. So where does he move? Next to the people that want everything nice and quiet. That was turned out to be the worst noisy neighbor ever. And he did so many weird psychotic things. I don't want to repeat, but really strange, bizarre. Like the guy was just friggin' nuts. Anyways, he was quite the noisemaker. He'd always slam doors and slam windows and constantly. So the couple went to the landlord and told the landlord. Now the landlord doesn't like the couple because the landlord considers the couple as troublemakers. Well, I was having a nice day until you had to complain about the guy next door. You know, can't you just suck it up? You know, can't you just take a punch? Put the fist down. So this is so typical. It's so typical. And the Truman Show, Meredith, no, watch. You know, there's going to be a beetle going by. There'll be a woman on a bike going by, and there'll be a guy with roses, and she's going doing the Hillary, eh? Oh, you're so cute. And then they're waiting, and she goes, "Well, we got to get back home, disconnect, right?" And then he says, no, watch. There it goes, beetle. Woman on bike, man with roses, you know, and she's going like, "Oh, really?" And then he's going. They go round and round and round and round and round and round, and I've seen that. I've seen demonstrations of that. It's just they'll go to the lowest insignificant levels to just make your life painful, and because they're supplying energy for their Archon masters, the Loosh, eh? And what happened to me, that always will happen when you talk about it and you start exposing Archons. Look out, they're coming. They're going to deal with you, you know. And I don't know. See, now I can't remember what I said on the last video. And yeah, I think I told my story of I had the Archon since I was 12 years old, torturing me in my dreams every night. You know, drawing energy. So you really have to be aware of them. That's the one common sign is they don't care. They don't communicate with you. You don't get a two-sided conversation. They don't talk about themselves. They'll just, oh, that's too bad. Oh, gotta go. You know, Frank says he's got a case of beer for me. You know, like yeah, like that guy. Always has a little half sack of canned beer. Truman. That's how he gets into. They get into your life. Excuse me. They get into your life. They're passive aggressive. They can wormhole into your life, and they're very hard to kill. You can literally, and I've seen this. You can literally cut their throat. And they can bleed and bleed for hours and hours and hours, cut their throat, and they're okay. Next day, they're fine. I saw a guy interview on 60 Minutes. He had his throat cut. I don't know why he didn't get stitches or anything. It's beginning. Didn't get stitches or anything, but He's got his throat cut. Why is he not dead? There's another case. This soldier was telling me, or a Navy guy said they were on a base, and the lieutenant, a woman, went up to the mountaintop and cut her throat, and she was fine. I said, did she need blood or anything? No, no. So he doesn't know anything about my experiences and what I've seen, right? And I've seen this over and over. They're extremely hard to kill. They're very hard to kill. You cannot really kill them. They can lose all. You can cut them and they'll be fine, or they get in a serious car crash. They just walk out. They have serious injuries and they just walk out like nothing happened. They go to work the next day. Oh, for crying out loud. It looks like I'm going to have to end this because it's just getting, the attack's beginning. So, the only way you can prevent Archons from attacking you is not to give them power. Every time you're spiritually tuned up, they're out of power. They, yeah, if you're tuned up, spiritually, they're out of power. They have no loose to deal with, then they don't want to be around you. And you have to deal with the ones that were attached, the parasites that attached to you at birth, and really deal with them. And I spoke of that in the last one. They have to, I forget what I was going to say now. See, it's beginning. Anyways, I gotta go because it's, things are gonna pile up here and it'll be impossible to talk. So I'm expecting, somebody to pull up now and knock on the door. Oh, I was just in the neighborhood and I thought I'd knock on your door. Yeah. Kick their arse. So, okay, gotta go. Thank you very much. Thank you for listening.